Well, we continue to see good progress through this year, 2022. And I know there's concerns about the global economic environment. We believe that the chance of a global recession, while it exists, continues to be small, and we're projecting GDP growth of 1.3%, a significant decrease from where we were in 2022. But we are looking now at the industry at a global level returning to profitability. We've actually reduced slightly the forecast losses for 2022, down from just under 10 billion to just under $7 billion US dollars. So the recovery is going well. Still a long way to go to get back to where we were in 2019, but we are heading in the right direction.
Let's pick that apart a little bit. What's underpinning that forecast, starting with passenger traffic? What is your take on the trade-off between passengers being eager to get back to their pre-COVID life and take advantage of their post-COVID freedom with the fact that we are in the midst of a cost of living crisis in so many key regions in the world?
Yeah, we still see strong underlying demand for air travel, recognizing that there are people who are clearly going to be challenged by the increased costs that we're all experiencing at the moment. I think, however, as we go into 2023, the dynamics are somewhat different to what we would have seen historically. We still have very high levels of employment and good job creation figures coming out of most economies. So I think there's a bit of a trade-off between the salaries that people continue to earn and the cost of living that people are continuing to experience. But when we net it all out, we see that demand continues to increase, and we're projecting passenger numbers to be above 4 billion. First time since we got above 4 billion since 2019, at about 4.2 billion global passengers in 2023.
Your report predicts that overall costs will grow by 5.3% next year. What is the biggest driver of that cost inflation? And I suppose the second part to the question, how are the airlines poised to cope with higher fuel prices?
Yeah, they've had major challenges this year. In fact, we've seen very high oil prices and even much higher than the crude price. You may have heard me talk about this previously. We've seen elevated spreads between the cost of crude and the cost of jet. Traditionally, if I look at the period 2010 to 2019, that averaged about 17%. Jet fuel was about 17% higher than crude. This year, we're looking at an increase of jet over crude of about 34%. And we expect that that will continue elevated into 23, but actually we should reduce a little bit. And that's principally down to the lack of refining capacity for jet fuel. So the industry has faced a major challenge on the cost side in 2022. There will be challenges in 2023, but quite honestly, these challenges are relatively small compared to what we've come through. And that's why we're optimistic that we can manage our way through these and get the industry back into very small levels of profitability, but profitability nonetheless.